I'm sure a couple of you watching this video already know me, and if you don't, my name is Johannes. I'm a final year medical student, and this is Tech PhD, my YouTube channel. And you could have been wondering, yo, how does this dude manage to balance it all? How does he stay productive in medical school, and how does he turn out these videos on a weekly basis? Well, the secret is okay, so starting off from the left to the right, the first item we have here is my wireless charger. This is the Pitaka MagEZ Juice 2, and since I started using it, it has been an amazing experience. It's not just a wireless charger, but if you slide up the small unit in front of it, you also get a power bank. It doesn't have the highest capacity because it's only a 3800 milliamp hour cell, but for the size and the form factor, that's plenty enough. You can connect it to your phone using a USB-C cable, or you can just slap it to the back of your phone and it acts as a wireless charger. And if you use a MagSafe compatible iPhone or an Android device with the Pitaka case, you can just slap it onto the charger and it attaches magnetically and charges your device. That is one of the reasons I love this charger so much, as I don't have to worry about whether my device is aligned or charging or not. I can just plop it on the charger and go about my day knowing that my device is surely getting juiced up. If you want to check out the Pitaka MagEZ Juice 2 as well as everything else in this video, there will be links in the description below. Behind that, I have a small bonsai plant, which was a gift from a friend, so it has sentimental value. Now, this is not a real plant as I'm a final year medical student and I don't really have a lot of time on my hands. Plus, I'm pretty lazy and I don't think I would be able to keep the plant alive. However, I do find that it adds a lot of greenery to my very black and white desk setup, and I really just enjoy having it here because it's something I can look at in the middle of working and it just gives me a little bit of peace. Beside the plant, I have the Divoom Ditoo. Now, this is a tiny, interesting Bluetooth speaker. From the design, you can tell that it's meant to look like a retro arcade machine, and I like to call it the world's smallest gaming PC because you can use it to play retro games like Tetris and the likes, as well as listen to your music. The bass is really good for the size and it gets plenty loud. I made a full review of this a couple of months ago and you can check that out at the end of the video. Behind the speaker, I have a small container for my pens and pencils and whatnot, but they're always at the back of my setup because I don't use those very often. Whenever I need to write or something like that, I often reach for my tablet, which is the Samsung Tab S6 Lite. I've made a bunch of videos on this on the channel already, so you can check those out. But I really love this tablet. The screen is amazing, writing with the S Pen feels awesome, and it just makes my life a lot easier. I can take this to the university without having to take any books or things like that. I can use this to watch YouTube videos while I'm working on my main monitor, and whenever I'm in the mood to play mobile games, this is a much bigger screen real estate than that on my smartphone. Moving on from that, I have this monitor stand. Now, I didn't know how important a monitor stand was until I got this one. It is black and it's made of wood. It came deconstructed, so I had to put it together myself, and that was quite an interesting experience, but it's been really good. Since I got this, I've noticed that my posture while working has improved quite a bit, and I don't really have neck pain because previously I would look down a lot focusing on my monitor, and now my monitor is on eye level so I can sit up straight. The disadvantages are pretty much non-existent. It has small compartments all around where you can keep things like a phone, a charger, some journals, maybe my Galaxy Buds and my glasses are also in some compartment when I'm not using them. There are also some special characters that have homes in my monitor stand. First of all is this tiny penguin toy that I got from collaborating with a friend on a video. I will leave a link to that at the end of the video as well. And at the back of that, I have a USB hub, which I'm trying to hide because cable management is my enemy and I'm really trying my best. And of course, on top of the monitor stand, what do you see? A monitor. This is the Samsung C27R500 curved monitor, and it's 27 inches as the name implies. This monitor has been one of a kind. For me, especially, this is the most expensive monitor I have used, but it was worth every single penny as the quality speaks for itself. Now, this is not a 4K monitor. It's only 1080p, it's 27 inches diagonally, and the display matrix type is VA or SVA. The screen has a matte finish, so it's kind of anti-glare, but if you touch it, it's going to start looking a bit messy, so don't touch the monitor. It only has a 60 Hz refresh rate display and the response time is 4 milliseconds. The aspect ratio is 16:9, of course. It's a quote-unquote frameless screen as the bezels are very tiny and it is curved. I really love this monitor because it's a lot more color accurate than my previous LG monitor, and it has made my video editing much more enjoyable with the additional real estate and the clearness and sharpness of the monitor. Underneath the monitor, I have a sound bar. Now, I made an entire video comparing soundbars and speakers, and this is the soundbar that I currently have. This is one from Real L. I don't remember exactly what the name was, but it's not really expensive. For the price, it's pretty good. The sound quality is okay. There is definitely no bass because there are no subwoofers, so it's quite flat. I use this pretty much for editing and just watching YouTube videos, but I will definitely be looking into investing in some proper studio monitors or some proper speakers in the future. Now, hiding behind the monitor in some small corner of the monitor stand, I have the charger for my smartwatch, the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Sometimes at the end of the day, or probably in the middle of the day, or at the beginning of the day, depending on when last I charged it, maybe I'm heading into the shower, I just plop my Galaxy Watch Active 2 on the charging puck and forget about it for an hour or so. Then I come back to it, pick it up, and continue with the rest of my day. But that aside, to the right of the desk, we have my laptop. This is the engine behind my entire desk setup because this is what I connect everything to. As you can see, all the ports are taken up and I still needed like 3 additional external USB hubs. This laptop has been through a lot. It doesn't charge anymore. It crashes randomly, especially when I turn on Premiere Pro, and it's quite old already. This is a HP Envy from 2015, I believe. It has an Intel Core i7 chip, but I think that is from the 3rd generation or so. It also has a dedicated graphics card, but it's really old, the NVIDIA GeForce 840M, and it only has 2GB of VRAM. The laptop came with 8GB of RAM and a 1TB HDD, but after the HDD crashed, I needed to upgrade to a 16GB of RAM and a 1TB SSD instead. Now, the SSD has done a lot in helping me speed up the laptop, but there are just some processes that I need a better chipset or a better graphics card for. I'm hoping to replace the laptop before the end of this year, so please like the video and subscribe so I can upgrade this laptop sooner and start making much better quality content for everyone to enjoy. On top of the laptop, I have some headphones. Now, these are the EKSA E910. They are gaming headphones, and while I don't game very often, I found that these headphones can be useful for a lot of other things as well. Now, the battery life isn't the best as it only lasts about 8 hours, but I don't use them all the time. I use this for watching YouTube videos when people are in my room and I don't want to use my soundbar, or for even editing videos because they are very neutral when it comes to the sound quality. Of course, I use them for playing games from time to time as well, but those times are few and far between. Moving on from that, on my headphone stand, you can find my second pair of headphones. These are the Oneodio Fusion A70, and these are my main music consumption and editing headphones. Now, they are not the best for music consumption because they also have a pretty flat sound quality, but it's really good for editing because you don't get any additional bass that you do not need. While I'm editing my videos, I found that these headphones reproduce my voice pretty well, and that is pretty great actually. I also have some external hard drives connected to my laptop. Of course, they're not SSDs because SSDs are very expensive, but when I need additional storage or just to back up some of my important files, I send them to these hard drives. Now, moving on to my peripherals, we have my keyboard. This is the Keychron K7, and I won it from Keychron in a giveaway a couple of months ago. Now, from the first day I got this keyboard, I really fell in love with it. It's a low profile mechanical keyboard with red switches, and it is a 65% layout. Coming from 100% keyboard, this was pretty difficult getting adjusted to, especially because I have big hands, but over time I've learned how to use this keyboard very, very well, and I've even begun to learn touch typing, so that is an additional skill. I really love the color scheme of dark gray, light gray, and even some accent pieces like orange. You can connect this keyboard to Windows, Mac, or Linux devices, and there are appropriate keycaps that you can switch out depending on which device you are connected to. You can connect the keyboard to your device via a cable or via Bluetooth, and if it's via Bluetooth, you can connect to 3 different devices and switch between them as you wish. And here's a typing test of what the keyboard sounds like in case you were interested. Now, moving on to my mouse, I'm sure you recognize this design aesthetic from somewhere, and this is because this is a copy or a replica of the Logitech MX Vertical. Now, this is from a company called Delux, and this is the M618C. Granted, it's not the highest quality vertical mouse, but for the price point it comes in at, it does get the job done. I love the fact that it's ergonomic and it is vertical as it puts less strain on my wrists. There are front and back buttons also located on this side of the mouse, and you have your left click, right click scroll wheel and your DPI button as well. My main problem with this mouse at the beginning was the fact that it was quite lightweight, which was to be expected seeing as it's a budget mouse. It's mostly made of plastic and there's nothing here to make the mouse feel premium or heavy. It does really get the job done. I don't have any connection problems with it or anything like that, and I see myself being happy with this mouse for a while. One thing that's connected to my laptop, which you must have seen in one of my more recent videos, is my microphone. Now this is the Fifine Ampligame microphone, and boy oh boy, this microphone has been quite the experience. It connects to your computer via USB-C to USB-A cable, and it has a cardioid polar pattern, which you can tell from the pop filter that is permanently attached to the front of the microphone, so you always know which direction to speak into. One unique thing about this microphone is definitely the RGB lights that keep flashing here and there like a lava lamp. Now it looks reminiscent to one of those HyperX microphones, but it also does have its own unique touch to it as well. People might think the RGB lights don't serve any function, but they serve to notify you about when your microphone is turned on or when it is muted. At the top of the microphone, there is a touch sensitive zone that when you tap it, it mutes the microphone. When you tap this touch sensitive zone, the lights go off, signifying that the microphone is muted. And when you tap it again, the lights come back on, telling you that your microphone is live. So you don't accidentally talk about someone in a Zoom meeting while your microphone is still turned on. Been there, done that, would not recommend it. Yeah, that was basically it. I know this isn't the most aesthetically pleasing or the most high-end desk setup in the world, but as a student, I've been on a very tight budget, and this is what I've been able to do so far. So I would really love to hear your thoughts in the comment section right below the like button. And if you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the future videos that I put out. My name is Johannes, this is Tech PhD, and I'll see you in one of the videos showing on the screen all over right here. Yeah. Stay cool. Peace.